Hey y'all, and welcome back to my channel. For those of you that are new, my name is Dr. Nina and I'm your favorite auntie, sister, cousin who's soon to be somebody mama. And over here we like to talk about everything from my personal journey, fitness, healthcare, body care, skincare, career, and everything that's going to help you be your best and live your best life. Today I'm getting into something that's very personal and near and dear to my heart. It's not just about pregnancy. No, this ain't your everyday pregnancy vlog, but what I do plan to do is bring y'all into my world and how triggering it can be if you're a person like me who's lost over 100 pounds, kept it off nearly 20 years, and now you're gaining weight. And this is life, right? So even if you're not pregnant, most people can relate to that. And how do you handle that, navigate that? And how am I doing with that? How am I learning to cope? And let me say this, pregnancy and sometimes life calls for weight gain. Yes, everyone is different, but your body needs proper nutrition. So no weight gain and severe weight loss during pregnancy are usually not advised. But if you're interested in hearing about my struggles and triumphs and how I'm making it through, then go ahead and stick around. And I also want to hear from y'all. Y'all know I love that engagement and we need that over here. Make sure that you make your comments down below. I love to comment back to as many as I can. And if you're enjoying our talk, make sure that you give this video a like and subscribe. That lets the algorithm know that you want to see more of me, and make sure that you don't miss any of my videos. Before we dive all the way in, let me take you back to where it all started. Yeah, when your girl gained a lot of weight. I wasn't always a heavy one, but after high school and going into college, being away from my family, being away from home and my mother specifically, it was pretty stressful. So I kind of entered a state of depression. I was trying to discover myself. I was young. I was 17 when I went off to school, 18 for most of my first year of college. And I didn't really feel as stable or as ready as I thought that I was. And so I ate my emotions. I was eating everything. Your girl was eating from the dining halls and everywhere in between, if you will. And I ballooned. I gained so much weight. And it was very hurtful and disappointing, but at the same time, I'm grateful for it, right? So I gained all that weight. I went through school and I became more interested in my fitness in like 2005. And so slowly but surely, I started working out, taking better care of myself, watching what I ate. But that's not when the weight loss really came. The magic happened in 2006, where I decided I was going to take it very seriously. I got Weight Loss and Fitness for Dummies, and I learned a lot about how to lift weights, how to do cardio, and also how to feed myself for my body type and feed myself right. Through that, I learned a lot of ways and a lot of skills to take care of my body. Within 10 to 12 months, the 100 pounds was lost and released from my body, and I felt so much better. And over the years, I just learned to capitalize on new ways to grow and change my body, but not only that, keep myself healthy and also keep myself sound emotionally and spiritually in order for me to maintain my fitness. So that's where it all started. So fast forward to present day, and I found out that we were expecting, my husband and I was overjoyed. Don't get me wrong, but at the same time, a sense of being terrified slipped in. I knew that with pregnancy comes weight gain, and after all these years of losing 100 pounds, keeping it off and doing so well, the idea of gaining weight is daunting and scary. When I say triggered, baby was all the way triggered. See, a lot of times women are told to sacrifice themselves for other people all the time. And I felt alone in thinking like, oh my God, like maybe I am being selfish, thinking about only the shell of my body right now. And here's the thing, I realized that that wasn't a bad thing. I've built myself on being healthy, on taking care of myself. And these are traits that I want to pass on to my child. And so I don't want to be so heavily consumed in, oh, I can just enjoy eating whatever I want and I don't have to work out and I don't have to do this. No, but I found actually after reaching out to my network, to others and being transparent, that that's absolutely normal. There are a lot of people who struggle with that. And even in life, not just pregnancy, with weight gain. And a lot of times that can be weight gain because you're taking care of somebody or because you become a caregiver to older parents who are not well, or because you're constantly working or you're always thinking about other people or other things. All of us can relate usually to that roller coaster of weight loss versus weight gain. And especially when you've gotten yourself to a more comfortable space, it can be so frightening to think about going back into bad habits or habits that you no longer engage in. And now that I have a balanced life, things are about to change. And so the balance has to be rebalanced, okay? And I'm a Libra of all Libras, baby, so them scales. So that's why I wanted to share my fears with y'all, because expectations can be unreal. You can look at TV, see these stars, see these people snapping back right after pregnancy. And I know that's not often reality. I know things are often altered. So a lot of times as a woman, you might feel less than if you don't have that pop back, snap back. And I've had to decide emotionally and mentally that I am going to work through taking the time to getting myself to my ultimate health and doing the best I can now to maintain said health. I decided to take the challenge on head first. I had to find the balance between maintaining a healthy pregnancy and also managing my weight and my mind. So let me take you through a few of the ways that I've coped with those physical and emotional changes and how I'm making differences in my day-to-day in order for me to fit my healthy view of myself right now in my current lifestyle. So y'all, I no longer eat on a strict schedule. I am a intermittent faster. Nowadays, I can't do that. Baby needs nutrition. I've had to adjust and really listen to my body. So I've had to train outside of the training to make sure I'm actually listening to see what my body is calling for. And in that, I've become more kind to myself. If I'm craving something, I might have a little bit of that, but I'm going to keep it very balanced. I'm also going to not say things that make me feel bad about myself for having certain things that I eat. If I'm having chicken today because I want chicken, I'm gonna eat chicken. I was getting mad at myself because I no longer like salmon at one point. Yeah, that first trimester is a beast, okay? That first trimester, I ain't like a lot of stuff I normally liked. And at first I would get upset with myself and almost force myself to eat certain things because I knew they were healthy. It wasn't good mentally. It wasn't good overall. It wasn't good emotionally. It wasn't good physically, right? Because my body was not reacting well to certain foods anymore. You have to be kind to yourself during this process. And the same thing can be said of someone who's not pregnant. Relearn your body, relearn your situation, and be able to hear yourself. And in hearing yourself, sometimes that comes with also having to know what nutrients your body's needing or that it's calling for or that it's missing. And so I'm big on my pre and postnatal vitamins already because I want to make sure that I'm not overeating because I am pulling in the nutrition I need, even if it comes through supplements sometimes. So I've shown y'all vitamins that I love, but I have also talked to you about Mary Ruth Organics, and I love their pre and postnatal vitamin. And it's a liquid multivitamin. They're for preconception, pregnancy, and nursing. They have 600 mcgs of folate, vitamin A, choline, potassium, and much more. And they taste good like berries, and they don't make me feel icky like some things do. And I love a lot of the stuff that they have, including their probiotics for skin and other things I've shown y'all. And I got the hookup for y'all, of course. I will place my linking code in the description, MRO Beautiful, for you to get 20% off their storefront store-wide. I mean everything. And outside of taking my vitamins, there's other things that I have to engage in too. Yeah, I love certain foods, and a lot of people have asked me about my cravings nowadays. This day is flaming hot. So while I can't eat a whole lot of hot food, I can have some. And I have alternatives. Instead of having full-fat Cheetos, I have baked flaming hots. Yeah, some of y'all didn't even know they make those. I like the Kind bars. They have an ice cream bar, y'all. It is a treat. Do you hear me? Delicious and just the right size. I love those no sugar added popsicles by Outshine. They satisfy that sweet tooth. I also grab my Sargento snack breaks for a protein pop, and I eat a lot of green vegetables and salads in order to boost my nutrients. And I already showed y'all, but one of my biggest breakfast choices nowadays is having breakfast tacos, my own version. I love those holistic bowls where I combine multiple things that I love, like whole grains, vegetables, proteins, and other things that just taste yummy. I stay away from too many processed foods, and I eat a lot of whole grains, lean proteins, fruits, vegetables, and limited dairy. And I gotta be real with y'all, in my first trimester, if it wasn't a beige carb, a lot of time, I couldn't really even keep it down because of the morning sickness, which is actually all day. So balance where you are. And I don't want y'all to think that mama be keeping it boring, okay? I still treat myself, especially every now and again, even when it doesn't seem like a huge treat. But that's why I love things like HelloFresh, who is the sponsor of today's video. Look, y'all, fall is right around the corner. Can you believe that? HelloFresh is right here to help you plan for the busy season with tasty dishes delivered right to your door. Simply choose your recipes and pick your delivery date. Then sit back and enjoy the last days of summer knowing that dinner will be covered. And I don't know about y'all, but these days especially, I don't like thinking about much. So the key to our dinner time success is variety. HelloFresh manages to keep your taste buds on their toes with 40 chef-crafted recipes to choose from every week. From family-friendly to fit and wholesome, you'll always find new and exciting recipes to try and love. It's 25% cheaper than takeout and less expensive than grocery shopping too. Just choose your recipes and receive fresh pre-portioned ingredients so you can get cooking quick. And what I love about HelloFresh is the variety. I'm always surprised by new dishes. Like I told y'all, salmon ain't really my gig right now, but barramundi fish, baby, I love it. It's so tasty, a little less fishy, and it just has a very good texture. And my husband don't eat everything, but he loves HelloFresh too. So go to HelloFresh.com and use my code 50DrNina for 50% off plus free shipping. Again, go to HelloFresh.com and use my code 50DrNina for 50% off plus free shipping. Something else I've really gotten strict about, y'all, is checking my food labels. Now I am really focused on my overall health, and I don't want to drive anything to go wrong. I know when you're bringing life into the world, lots of things can go wrong. And believe me, my anxiety has gotten the best of me with some of that too. But I try to do the best that I can to make sure that my blood pressure stays in check as much as possible. My sugar levels are good. My urine analysis and all of that comes back well. So I'm trying to make sure I check the food labels for hidden things that could cause a spike in sugar, that could cause a spike in my salt intake. I'm trying to make sure that I'm doing the best I can to read the things that I'm putting in my body. And speaking of sugar and cravings, I'm also watching my sugar intake because your girl do get a little bit more of a sugar sweet tooth, okay? I was never really a huge sugar person, but baby, I will sit back and want something. And that's why I keep things around, like I said, like those Outshine popsicles. I even have some little keto snack bars that are really good, that have ice cream in them, but of course they're not at the full sugar level. I try to make sure that I'm doing things that keep those sugar grams down. And some might say that's not a big deal, but I'm trying to watch out for things like gestational diabetes, which can still happen even if you're taking care of yourself, by the way. But I want to try to make sure that I'm doing the best that I can by keeping that sugar intake as low as I possibly can and still satisfy myself. Right now, I'm also doing the best that I can to stay as active as I can while listening to my body, because it don't like everything right now. Those that have followed me for a long time, you know I've done the extremest of the extreme with fitness. I have not only run a full marathon and trained for it and finished 26.2 miles, I have also finished like the Insanity program twice over, had like a 6 to 8 pack, baby. I call it a 6 to 8 pack because it was a lot coming through. And I have shredded my body before. I have done so many things, but right now ain't the time for extreme sports and workouts, okay? Sometimes mama just wake up and want to do a walk, and sometimes I don't want to do that. So it's taken me really strategically listening to my body and thinking of what is making me the most comfortable, where I can still move and get some exercise in. And if that's a walk, if that's a power walk, getting my heart rate up a bit, pumping some sweat a little bit, then that's fine. And also if that day includes a little bit more energy, because some days I do wake up and I have a lot more energy. So I might lift those days and do a little bit more cardio and a walk, just for me to get some extra steps in and to feel my absolute best. But I can tell you what, this baby will let me know when I got to sit down. And I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that because I've done so many of the extreme things. And at first it scared me, but now it actually feels good to be able to hear myself and know, you was doing all of that maybe 7 months ago, 6 months ago, but you're not gonna be able to sustain that right now and stay at your healthiest. So I'm watching myself, you know, everything is going well. Like I said, my blood pressure is good, my uterus and my cervix is good. So I wanna keep it that way. I don't wanna cause any abrupt issues. So I'm trying to do the best that I can to listen to myself, even in my physical pursuit. Throughout this process, I've learned so much more about myself. I've learned about my abilities to adapt and overcome. And I want to tell you, if you're going through this, if it is difficult for you, if you're pregnant or if you're not pregnant and just gaining weight and you're trying to watch those things and bring yourself back to yourself, Be kind to you. Everything will not happen overnight. You're not gaining weight overnight, so you can't lose weight or take it all off overnight. There are several opportunities to check in with you and learn how to feel your best. And that's the first part of my journey, y'all. And it's not easy, but it's doable. And boy, is it worth it. It's so worth it. It's okay to struggle and it's okay to have bad days, but we certainly can't give up on ourselves. And if you have any questions or want to share any of your experiences, please do so down below in the comments. And make sure you subscribe and turn on that notification bell so you know when I upload. All right, y'all. Thanks so much for watching. Beautiful Brown Baby Doll. Peace.